Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. On Saturday, February 14th, 2026, I recorded a bonus reading for channel members, and the majority of them have voted, and they feel that these messages should be shared with all of you. So what I did was I took the nearly 3-hour video and I edited it down, one for each of the zodiac signs. I encourage you to watch your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus. If you're not sure what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also in the description box is information on how you can become a time traveler. I issue 48 exclusive readings to members every month. And so if you'd like to join us, that would be fantastic. But whether you can or you can't, please drop some love in the comment section for channel members, because as I said, this reading that normally would be exclusive to them has been made available to you thanks to their love, care, and concern for the collective. I hope you enjoy this reading. Hello, time travelers. It's Jen. How are you doing? I really appreciate your support and your membership, and I want you to know that I do pay attention to the readings that I release for you. I know that you're 12 short, so this is going to be your bonus reading here. We're going to take a look at something that Source wants you to focus on at this time, okay? And I'm going to begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps will be in the description box. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, so you're welcome to look at any or all of them. And if you don't know what those placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, you know the rule. It's a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, just take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it's someone else's, and don't forget to check out your other placements. Also, at the end of this reading, I'm going to do a collective general reading for everyone watching, and I think that's everything that I want to say. Again, I apologize for the delay in getting out the bonus reading. I just was swamped here with horrible winter weather, and I finally come through it, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to do that bonus reading. So, all right, without any further delay, here we go. Oh, one more thing. Please keep in mind, I'm a Gemini. We are now pre-shadow Mercury retrograde. So if I stumble on my words or I talk a little too fast or a little too slow, I just ask for your forgiveness ahead of time. Okay. With all of that said, I think that's with all of that said now. All right, let's begin. Hello, Pisces. I hope that you're well. We're coming into your season soon. Today's February 14th. So by the end of this week, we'll be rolling into your season. So if you're celebrating your birthday in the super, super early days of Pisces season, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. For now, let's see what Source wants you to focus on. Keep in mind, I'm a Gemini. My ruling planet, Mercury, is in retrograde. So if I stumble, fumble, talk too fast, talk too slow, just please forgive me ahead of time. Okay, ideas. Source wants you to focus on ideas. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Sorry, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. See, that's Mercury retrograde for you. Why ideas? Why do you want Pisces to focus on ideas at this time? Just saw the Knight of Wands, because change is coming in quickly. Okay. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Nine of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. Told you change. King of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups, Three of Cups. Okay. Because you're moving on from a situation, environment, or connection that's no longer aligned to who you are or who you're becoming. Okay, so it's on the close, it's on the exit. But it's time for you to get some fresh ideas and get creative here about what does life look like after this job or this living situation or this person. Because if you don't figure it out now and get some really good ideas about where you want to live and what you want to do and who you want to become and who you truly are as a person, you're going to repeat the same thing. You make a full loop. And I'm not saying you're going back to that person or back to that job, but you're going to wake up a year from now and be like, holy shit, I just did it all over again with a similar situation, environment, or connection. Queen of Swords to the Seven of Swords. Yeah, that's that realization of, holy shit, I made the same freaking mistake. So, time to get creative. Ideas. Tell me about the Page of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. How do you want to make money? How do you want to spend money? Chariot. How do you want to move forward? Four of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Sun card. Yeah, get some new creative ideas. How you can make money, how you can spend money, how you can save money. It's time for you to get creative. The old way of doing things won't be prosperous for you. It's time to think a little outside of the box. You know, if that's a living situation, what does your ideal living situation look like? And I said ideal. This isn't like I'm going to colonize the, Pluto or the planet Mars, and talking about realistic ideas here. Otherwise,
you know, you end up living in the same town, you know. It's like post-divorce, there's two different kinds of people, I always say. And I don't know if you're going through a divorce, this is the example I'm being given. You can disengage from your partner and move forward towards, separation, divorce. Then you could end up living in the same town with the same people, probably run into the ex, with their new person, maybe live in the house that the two of you occupy together, be surrounded by those memories, and kind of get stuck in the same energetic cycle. You know what I mean? Same place, same tchotchkes, same furniture, sleeping on the same mattress you slept on with them. You get my drift. Go to the same store, or you can move to somewhere entirely different. It's an idea. It's not saying you have to do it tomorrow or that you even have the money to do it tomorrow. It's not what it's saying. It's just saying to come up with the idea, like a vision board, like an actual vision board. I used to have one there. I took it down when I had to repair that wall behind the camera, but so now it's on the desk. But I have a vision board. It doesn't mean I'm going to attain all of those goals and make all of those visions a reality tomorrow, but they give me something to work towards. This is the type of house I want. This is the location I want in. This is the kind of car I want to look at when I look out my window, because I'm tired of looking at my 2011 rust box Jeep. It's literally all rusted on one side and there's like 250,000 miles on it. So I created a vision board. This is what I'm working towards. This is why I'm sacrificing. This is what I'm saving. This is the cruise ship. I want to take a cruise. It might take me 6 years to save the money to go on the cruise, but that's something I want in my future. So I have to create, a little cruise fund. And even if that means saving $2 a week, it's being dedicated. It's coming up with a creative idea of what I want the next chapter to look like. I'm just using myself as an example, clipping pictures from a magazine or printing them out online. I create an actual vision board. Now, some people do it on their phone, and there's apps that you can do that. But I wanted something that I could look at every day. I used to have it in my bedroom. I moved it to my bathroom. Then I moved it up here because I spend most of my time working up here. But this is what I'm sacrificing for, these things. This is what I'm working for. And I want to make them a reality. They're not just ideas. So they're practical ideas. I'm not looking to move into a mansion. I actually want a house smaller than this, so I spend less money maintaining it. So that's the idea here of the message, is for you to start thinking creatively, and then start saving money or generating money so you can make it a reality, because odds are most of our ideas need money. You want to buy a house, you need money. You want to buy a car, you need money. You want, if your dream or idea here is I want to lose weight, it might cost money. You might have to buy better foods or different foods, maybe organic, cleaner foods. They cost money. But you might have to save up for that. But I would just get an idea here of what you can do differently. Something you want to learn, do, move to, kind of car you want to drive. You don't have to live in the same location. You might have to for a couple of years. I mean, I left Tony 5.5 years ago. I'm still in the same town, not in the same house. Okay, we sold the marital home, but I run into him, and thank God we're good friends now after the fact. But I don't want to die in this town. We moved here in this town together to build a life together. That life together it's over. So am I 5.5 years still in this town? Yeah. I mean, to be realistic, my divorce was final like less than 2 years ago. But even if I look at it at 5.5 years, yeah, it's going to take me money it's take me money. It's going to take me money to move, but it's going to take me time also to save that money to be able to move. But I still have the idea of moving. I still have an idea where I'm moving to in terms of region of the world. I haven't quite figured out the town yet, but I know I want to be in the southern portion of the United States. I know I want to be close to the water. So I have all of the Gulf states and all of the Atlantic coast states to look at. But again, it's just having the idea. What type of house do you want? I want a very small 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom at the most, but I don't want anything big. I'd like it to be a little ranch, easy to maintain, not a lot of grass. I'd be happy if the yard was sand. I want an easier life, a less expensive life moving forward. It's an idea. It might take me 10 years to save the money to be able to make that move, but that's my goal. Or I could just repeat the past and stay here, but I had a new beginning. I have a new beginning in my life, and I'm going to make sure that this chapter is what I truly want it to be. And I think that's what Source is trying to say to you. So get creative. What's the Sun card for you? 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. What do you want to do? Again, make your money, spend your money. How do you want to live? Anything else Pisces needs to know? One more shuffle. Thank you. 4 of Wands, the Tower, and the Ace of Cups. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The moment the ideas start rolling and you get serious. I mean, you get serious. You create a vision board, you manifest, you start saving the money, or you create the plan or strategy. Like, I mean, like this. But you have to get serious. You have to get serious. I remember I did a Pisces reading about 2 months ago for the subscribers, and a woman posted, "Oh, you make it sound so easy. You could just go on the cruise. You think we all have this money to travel?" No, I know somebody who wanted to travel, and it took her several years to save money. Like, I think like 4 years, if I remember correctly, to save $600, $600 or $900. And that's relatively cheap for a cruise. I mean, it pays for all your food and all your drink and your lodging and all of that. But it took her like 4 years or 6 years to save the money. But that's what she wanted to do. She was recently divorced. She always wanted to go on a cruise. He never did. And she was like, I don't need a partner to go on a cruise. I want to go on my own. I want to have that experience. Took her a couple of years to save the money, but that was her idea. And the moment she started saying, I'm saving money, it started happening so quickly for her. Like, she ended up going on a better cruise than the one she thought she would only be able to afford. Things started happening for her. I remember at one point she won a scratch-off ticket of like $500, and she's like, oh my God, I could upgrade now the room. When I eventually go to be able to upgrade the room because I just won $500 on a scratch-off ticket. Oh, geez, did you just hear that outside? Like something fell over? Yes, that's how shocking it's going to be. I take everything in a reading as a message. The moment you start creating that idea and creating a plan and working towards it, the universe is just going to start dropping things in your way to help you achieve that goal quicker. But that dream starts with an idea, and it's time for you to create the idea. Create the idea, and then bring that idea, bring that dream to life. I think the universe is just going to start dropping opportunities on you. And you're going to be like, holy shit, I didn't know it was going to be this fast. I didn't know it was going to happen this soon. And again, even if it's 2 or 3 years, it still would be a lot faster if you did nothing. Imagine if you did nothing and you woke up 3 years from now in the exact same spot, in the exact same situation, doing the exact same shit. Who would have wasted 3 years? You have this new opportunity. You're free of whomever this other person was. Don't wake up from 3 years from now and be living the exact same way. I mean, you could, but you don't have to. I think that's the message. So get inspirational, get creative, come up with some fun things and some ideas. What do you want your next chapter to look like? Your advice, 7 of Pentacles. Think about it. 6 of Cups, about the past, and what do you want differently than the past? Because the past is done and over with. You don't have to repeat it. You don't have to live there anymore. You don't have to be that person anymore. If you've been a blonde your whole life, you can become a brunette. You're a brunette, you can become a redhead. You're a redhead, you can become a blonde. Like, you don't have to dress that way anymore. You don't have to live there anymore. Again, is it going to happen overnight? No. But if you get creative and you get an idea and you create that plan, it's guaranteed success that you're going to move forward in a different way, show up in a different way, and make that dream a reality. The past is over with. Leave it there. It's time for you to reinvent yourself. So get creative with doing that. That is what I have for you, Pisces. That's what the universe or source wants you to focus on at this time. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, my dear, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.
Thank you so much for watching that reading. I hope that it is beneficial to you at this time. Remember to drop some love in the comment section for our channel members because they made that message available to you at this time. If you'd like to join them, in the description box is information on how you can become a time traveler. I release 48 exclusive readings to members, and so if you can join us, that would be fantastic. Remember to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.